When your dog sits by the door just staring at it, have you ever wondered what they're actually waiting for? Most people assume they're just bored, maybe hoping it's time for a walk, but that's not really what's happening. Your dog is waiting for you, not just you as a person, but the version of you their whole body has memorized. Your scent, the sound of your footsteps, even the little noises you make when you walk around the house. And the crazy part is, what most dog owners think is just a cute little habit is actually one of the deepest emotional responses in the animal world. Because in your dog's mind, when you leave the house, you're not just gone, you're lost. Your dog experiences your absence like grief. Have you ever come home after a long trip and watched your dog absolutely fall apart with joy? No dignity, no restraint, just pure, unfiltered relief. That's not excitement, that's release. Because according to animal behaviorists who have studied canine attachment for decades, dogs don't experience time the way we do. They don't know if you left for 20 minutes or 20 days. What they do know with absolute certainty is that you are missing. And the part of their brain that processes that information is the same part that processes loss. When someone disappears from a dog's life, whether for a week or forever, they don't understand the concept of death. They don't understand the word gone, but they feel the emptiness of it with a sharpness that most humans never give them credit for. They listen for your footsteps at the door. They sleep in the spots that still carry your scent. They carry your worn shirt around the house like it's something precious, because to them, it is. It's the closest thing to you they have left. And here's what most people never stop to think about. If that person does come back after months, after years, something almost impossible happens. A dog that hasn't seen their person in 3 years will still recognize them, not by their face, but by their smell, their walk, the specific frequency of their voice. They'll whimper, they'll shake, they'll press their whole body against you like they're trying to make sure you're real. They didn't forget you, they never stopped waiting. And that same love, that same depth of feeling shows up in something much quieter too. Later in this video, we're going to look at what science discovered about how your dog physically calms down just from being near you. And when you hear it, you'll never take a quiet evening with your dog for granted again. 2. Your dog knows when you're sad before you do. Why does your dog always seem to appear the exact moment you're struggling? You haven't cried, you haven't said a word, you might not even fully realize yet that something is wrong, but there they are, head on your lap, watching your face with those eyes. Here's what's actually happening. When you're anxious, when you're grieving, when your body is under stress, your biochemistry shifts. Cortisol levels change, your skin produces different compounds, your breathing pattern alters in ways so subtle no human would notice, but your dog notices. Because their nose contains up to 300 million olfactory receptors. Yours has about 6 million. They are not guessing at how you feel. They are reading it from the air around you. Scientists have confirmed this. When human subjects experienced emotional distress, their dogs showed measurable changes in behavior, approaching them more, making physical contact, staying close. They weren't trained to do it. They just did it. Because somewhere in the evolution of this animal, caring about the emotional state of the humans they loved became instinct. And it goes even deeper than emotions. There are documented peer-reviewed cases of dogs detecting cancer, diabetes, oncoming seizures. The body, when something goes wrong internally, releases chemical signals it can't hide. Your dog picks those up. There are owners alive today because a dog wouldn't stop sniffing the same spot on their arm, their neck, their leg, until a doctor finally ran a scan. No machines, no degree, just a nose, and love strong enough to use it. So the next time your dog keeps nudging you when you feel fine, maybe let them check. 3. Your face is the least important thing about you. Have you ever held your face right in front of your dog and watched them sniff past you like you're not even there? That's because to your dog, your face is almost irrelevant. Dogs do not primarily recognize people by what they look like. They recognize people by how they smell, how they move, and how they sound. Vision is not their dominant sense. Their eyes are built for motion detection and low-light situations, not for reading fine detail. What they lack in visual sharpness, they make up for with a scent memory so precise it can distinguish identical twins. Your dog doesn't carry a picture of you in their mind. They carry something much richer than that. They carry the entire sensory signature of you, the exact chemical combination of your skin, your breath, your home, your emotions, layered together into something that is uniquely, irreplaceably yours. That's why dogs can track someone across miles. That's why a dog will still recognize a person they haven't seen in years. They don't need to see your face clearly. They already know you in a way that goes beyond what eyes can capture. And that's also why, when you leave, objects become precious. Your socks, your shoes, your pillow. They're not being destructive or dramatic. They're surrounding themselves with the closest possible substitute for you. It's their version of holding something dear. 4. Your dog chose you. On purpose. Have you ever noticed that in a house full of people who love your dog equally, they still have one person? The one they follow room to room. The one they check on in the middle of the night. The one they melt against when the world gets loud. That's not random. It's a decision. And here's the interesting part. It's not always the person who feeds them the most, or trains them, or plays with them longest. Research on dog bonding shows that the chosen person is usually the one who makes consistent, calm eye contact, the one who talks to them daily, even about nothing, the one who never yells when tired, even though everyone else does. Dogs remember all of it, not as stories they tell themselves, but as a felt sense. Who is safe, who is present, who makes the nervous system relax. They observe you more carefully than you observe yourself. The tightness in your shoulders when you're stressed, the change in your walk when you're happy, the way your energy shifts when someone you don't trust walks into the room. They catch it all, and they respond to it all. That's also why when your dog is wary of someone who seems perfectly friendly, you might want to pay attention. Dogs don't fake social politeness. They don't rationalize. Someone can be smiling and well-dressed and still carry something in their body language, their breathing, their tension that tells a dog something is off. They're not being difficult, they're being honest. 5. You are the reason their whole nervous system lets go. Have you ever watched your dog go from alert and tense to completely melted the moment you walk into the room? Ears soften, eyes get heavy. They roll onto their side like they've been holding something in, and your presence was the signal to finally release it. You probably thought they were just tired. In 2019, researchers at Oregon State University ran a study on dog attachment that shifted how scientists think about the human-animal bond. They placed dogs in an unfamiliar environment with their owner, then removed the owner briefly, then brought them back. The dogs without their owners showed clear signs of stress, vocalizing, pacing, freezing. The moment their person returned, they relaxed, began exploring, went calm. The study found that dogs display the same secure attachment style that human infants show with their primary caregivers, the same neurological pattern, the same emotional wiring. Your presence doesn't just comfort your dog, it regulates them. When they are near you, their cortisol drops, their heart rate steadies, their entire body interprets your proximity as information. The world is okay. I am safe. Think about what that means. You are not your dog's owner in the way you own an object. You are the environmental signal that tells their nervous system everything is fine. You are, to them, what calm itself feels like. And remember what we said at the beginning, that your dog sits by the door because they think you're lost, not gone. This is why. Because you are not just a person they like. You are the thing that makes their world make sense. The scent that means home. The footstep that means safe. The presence that means stay. Everything is okay now. Your dog doesn't need you to be perfect. They don't need you to understand every bark, every lean, every long look they give you across the room. They just need you to show up, because to your dog, you are not a human. You are not an owner. You are the whole world, memorized in scent, kept alive in waiting, and celebrated without reservation every single time you come back. If any part of this changed the way you look at your dog tonight, hit like and subscribe, because here we don't just talk about dogs. We talk about what it means to be loved by one.